Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting transfer news. We start with Clement Lenglet, as Juventus are reportedly interested in the 10 million rated Barca defender, according to Gerard Romero. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Vitor Roque, as Barca will have to wait until January 2024 for Vitor Roque, according to Fabrizio Romano. We are also going to be discussing on that. So as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. As Barcelona continue their efforts to offload out-of-favor defender Clement Lenglet, a new suitor has emerged for the Frenchman in the form of Juventus. Indeed, Gerard Romero is claiming that the 28-year-old centre-half is attracting interest from the Bianconeri, who are in the market for reinforcements at the market. Lenglet has fallen out of favor at Barcelona and spent the last season out on loan at Tottenham Hotspur. Talks are on the way with the Little Whites over a permanent transfer this summer, but there is no agreement over a transfer fee. Amidst this, the former Sevilla centre-half, whose market value currently stands at 10 million euros, appears to be attracting quite a bit of interest from Italy. Indeed, over the past week, Serie A champions Napoli and last season's UEFA Champions League semi-finalist AC Milan had shown an interest in signing Lenglet. Now, Juventus too have seemingly entered the fray, with Romero claiming that an inquiry has been made by Massimiliano Allegri's side, although nothing is concrete at this point. Despite the growing interest in Lenglet in Italy, Lenglet is understood to prefer a move back to Tottenham once again. Talks have been ongoing for a while now, but a breakthrough has not been achieved due to a disagreement over his transfer fee. Barcelona are demanding a sum of 15 million euro fee for the Frenchman, which the Lily Whites have no intention of offering. Recent reports suggested that Spurs could table a proposal worth 5 million euros fixed plus 5 million euros in variables. The negotiations are expected to continue when the officials from both clubs meet this week, when Barcelona hosts Tottenham Hotspur in the Joan Gamper Trophy match. Of course, Lenglet's future still remains undecided, and for a very long time we have been talking about Lenglet, talking about a lot of clubs showing interest, but to no avail at the end. Barcelona want to get rid of Lenglet by all costs, but they have been facing much more difficulties in getting rid of the player, and it still baffles my imagination that up to this point in time, the future of this unwanted defender is still to be resolved. And of course, the season is soon, La Liga is soon starting next weekend, and it still feels strange that some of these players are still looking for clubs. Lenglet's on, it's not like he's lacking clubs to go to, like how Sergino Dest is, but there have been numerous clubs showing interest to the extent where even Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr have come knocking on the door, but the player refused that he doesn't want to go there. And also, I think all this delayance is being caused by Lenglet himself, as the player is reportedly saying he wants to play at Tottenham again. He prefers Tottenham. He doesn't want to go to any other league but the Premier League if he wants to leave Barca. He still has a contract with Barca until 2026. And of course, when he says no, then there's nothing Barca can do about it. Because had it been the ball was in Barca's court, then Barca would, I think Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr could have already signed him. But the player says he doesn't want to play for Saudi Arabian teams, despite the huge offer that he was given. So it remains to be seen where he ends up, because Lenglet should know more than anybody that his future at Barcelona is nowhere to be found, because the defensive department is already full of top quality players, and you don't expect Lenglet to be there. We have Oridi Kunde, we have Araujo, we have Christensen, we have Inigo Martinez, we have Eric Garcia, who are above the player in the pecking order. And that is why Lenglet should know that there is no space. Javi have already said he isn't part of his plans. He isn't part of his plans. So let's just see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. As currently Tottenham are still slugging, like they are still reluctant because the offer or the price, the transfer price that Barca have said, Tottenham are refusing that. They don't want to give up to 15 million. Tottenham recently have offered but a 5 million fixed plus 5 million variables, taking the grand total to 10 million in transfer fees. But it seems as though Barca are still not convinced. They are still not okay with that offer from Tottenham Hotspur. So what Barca are planning to do is they will likely hold a meeting. They will likely have a summit with the Tottenham officials when Barca meet with Tottenham at the Joan Gamper Trophy game on Tuesday, where they will discuss on Lenglet among several other topics. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona might have started their search for replacement for Ousmane Dembele, who looks set to join PSG ahead of the new season. However, the club are also facing a situation regarding Vitor Roque. They have reached an agreement with Atletico Paranaense over the Brazilian attacker. Vitor Roque was initially expected to join Barcelona in January due to the club's financial constraints following Dembele's and Franquicia's exits. The club could be in a position to register the Brazilian forward this summer. According to Fabrizio Romano, Atletico PR have no intention of loading Vitor Roque this summer. The club are counting on his services at least until December. Romano points out that the coming year could be key for the club. It is a contrary season for the club since its foundation in 1924. Therefore, Atletico PR wants Vitor Roque to stay at the club until the end of the year and help the team qualify for next season's Copa Libertadores. With 23 goals and 11 assists in 72 competitive matches, Roque already has a stellar record at Atletico Paranaense, and his presence could go a long way in helping the club achieving its objectives for the season. There are many perks for Vitor Roque joining Barca ahead of the new season. Although the forward addition may impact the club's FFP margins, his presence in the team could go a long way in helping the club fill in for Dembele, who might be part of the team for the upcoming Joan Gamper Trophy. This is because Roque is capable of operating not only as a center striker but also in the wider role. He can therefore prove to be an ideal alternative for Robert Lewandowski and Dembele. So with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.